he was guilty for the last 3 years.
Tyler Sanchez no longer has to be worried about being labeled a sex offender, despite the fact that 3 years ago, he confessed to the crime. 9 News reporter Chris Van de Veen joins us. Chris, this case highlights a so-called false confession.
Adele, to many, it might seem like an improbable thought. Why confess to a crime he never committed? This case involves a now 21-year-old who was developmentally disabled. A few years back, Douglas County investigators spent hours and hours with him, believing him guilty of a horrible crime. Evidence was scant, but it was quite clear back then they were determined to solve the case. It was July 2009.
An 8-year-old girl woke up around 5 Friday morning and found a man watching her inappropriately.
A week later, they told us they had their man.
A teen accused of sexually assaulting a young girl is in jail this evening after being arrested in a separate incident.
Tyler Sanchez, a teenager with developmental disabilities.
Petrified and scared to death. We're not used to dealing with law enforcement, period.
His parents, Anthony and Cynthia, wondered, how was this possible? Not too long after, their attorney asked that question as well.
There was not one single piece of evidence that tied into the case. Not one.
What investigators did have was an apparent confession, hand-signed after 17 hours of questioning and prodding.
He just brought back what they wanted. He wanted to go home.
And he thought he was going to go, and they told him he was going to go home.
They also force-fed him, says Iris Etam, just about every important detail about the case.
At the very end, they got him to say exactly what they had told him for the prior 30 hours, which was someone went up a second story, they went into a bedroom, they were in the bedroom, someone jumped out of the window, jumped down, and they went home.
17 hours over the course of a day and a half.
And if you're interrogated for that long, you're going to crack. I'm sorry, it's exhaustion, total exhaustion.
For years, the case languished in court until this week when a judge decided it was finally time to dismiss it.
The only evidence in this entire case that they have ever had is an 11-sentence statement that Tyler Sanchez wrote after 35 hours of being in custody and 17 hours of being interrogated by 5 different police officers.
The DA's office says the police did not use coercive interrogation techniques, and there has never been a court finding that improper techniques were used. Regardless, his father says, at least it's over.
I don't know what the words are for it, but right now I'm very relieved.
18th Judicial District Attorney's Office, written statement to the press, talked a lot about what it feels like it did right during the case. What it really lacks is any sort of apology. Prosecutors believed Sanchez to be evasive during the interview. His attorney says he was simply getting tired and never truly understood the gravity of the situation he was in. He faced up to life in prison had he been found guilty.
Chris Van de Veen, thank you, Chris.